conditions, implementation becomes a problem. What is your take on implementation?
Yeah, for implementation, like you just said, it's a problem. But now, as a parliamentarian, our job is to fight. It's to fight till we have that, everything that we sign, we vote to be implemented. It's very important for us. Because before we are parliament, I can say our ECOWAS was ECOWAS of states. But now we are going to be, or we are working to be a parliament of people, which is very important for us. And I can say that without parliamentarians, whatever we are doing for ECOWAS, whatever we are doing for our people cannot work. So that's why it's our job, and we need to work hard with the executive, that everything that we are trying to do, because right now we don't have any power. I'm talking about ECOWAS, but in any country around the world, parliamentarians have power. But as ECOWAS parliamentarians, we are now working on it. And we know this will come very soon. But it's not going to be the problem between the executive and the parliamentarians or legislative. So what I'm going to say again is that we really need everybody's help, you see now. And to really implement our law or everything that we signed for our sub-region, we need to work together.
In other words, sensitization is of course of key importance as well. You must sensitize the people.
Yeah, that's very important for us. That's why I can say that's one of the reasons that we are in this country. We are in Gambia. You know.
All right, let me come over to you, Honorable Yakubu. I understand that the draft was done in consultation with the Canadian Center, and when you looked at it these days, did you look at the norms and traditions and culture of Africa to give you what exactly you're looking for in this gender issue?
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, they were just resource persons basically, and you know, they have been operating in the sub-region. They know our problems, and they work with us. So we were basically leading them. The other interesting thing that I have found in the document is that, you know, we're able to put all these various international things together, and then we got the goals for Africa, and then out of the goals also we got the objectives. Not just objectives, but achievable objectives. And you could see in the document that there are actually specific objectives, and when these specific objectives are going to be met, you know, we have a monitoring system to be able to monitor. And that is why, going back to my colleague from Togo, is saying to be able to actually monitor this, we have to have powers. Because if we don't really have the powers, and we have all these objectives there, achievable objectives there, and they're not being implemented, then how do we as parliamentarians call people who are supposed to implement them to order? And that is what we've been looking for. You know, ECOWAS has been around for a very, very long time in the sub-region. But, you know, most of the times we just talk. We don't really walk the talk. And this time, we, the parliamentarians of ECOWAS, are now, we really want to the action, as he's saying. And therefore, we're calling for us to have the power, to be able to actually implement some of these issues for betterment of the sub-region.
Honorable Jan, you are the president of ECOFEBA, and we understand that the secretariat will be located here in the Gambia. How important is that going to be to the Gambia and to the cause of female parliamentarians, looking at the peaceful surrounding that we have here in the Gambia?
It is a very, very, very hard meeting. We are most delighted that the Gambia is hosting the secretariat, the permanent secretariat, will be in the Gambia. In fact, it was a unanimous decision putting into consideration the enabling environment provided by His Excellency, Sheikh Professor Dr. Yahya A.J.J. Jammeh. As because if I have to, that means that I'll be repeating what I've already said before because of his proactive measures. So it is really very nice that we are hosting the Secretariat of ECOFEPA. For ECOFEPA is a platform for all parliamentarians, both past and present, of the sub-region, not necessarily those that are in the ECOWAS parliament, but all female parliamentarians of the sub-region, both past and present, are automatically members of ECOFEPA. It's a platform that we can interface with all other parliamentarians, both men and non-parliamentarians, to bring internal peace in this sub-region. And I'm happy to say that the Gender Committee at the ECOWAS Parliament and also the leadership, under the able leadership of the Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, Senator Ikere Madu, who is also the Deputy Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is with his unflinching efforts for the ECOFEPA to realize its full potential. They are all behind it, using ECOFEPA as an implementing agent in gender equity and equality.
When we talk about gender, we're not talking about women only. We're not talking about the girl child. Okay. Let us break this down. We're talking about both sexes.
Okay.
We're talking about both sexes. But you will note that across the sub-region, we have had a lot of opportunities for the boy child. And because the boy child has been exposed to the education, has been exposed to training, and on the political platform, of course, there have been a dominance of male. And so there is a deep disparity. What we seek to do is to close a gap, maybe not to put them on 50-50 par, but also to bring the girl child on par, to create a platform, a basis for which the girl child can also rise up to the level of the male counterpart. That being said, I represent a rural community in Liberia, and I can tell you for sure that every time I visited a town, a village, a community, I grieve. I see young girls who are of school-going ages, they are not in school, but I also see boys whose labor potential are diverted, perhaps into just mere farming, when they should be in school. This strategy also goes to the heartbeat of such a problem. If we have in a country where the gap is so widened, we need to close the gap. If we have a situation where in country A, there is a vast improvement, we can only complement that. But we want to see how we can evolve a holistic society of both male and female competing for equal opportunities. This is the basis of it. Create the opportunity, create the environment for people to realize the potential and rise up.
Honorable Nicodem, one more time, let me come back to you. Have these 5 days afforded you the opportunity to realize the objectives of the paper to be achieved, as well as the expected outcomes?
Sure. To be honest with you, we've done a lot of job. And this afternoon, we were all happy after adopting our test. And I can tell you that West Africa is going far. And without gender equality, we can't do anything. We can't have the development that we are looking for. So I can tell you that what we've done these 5 days are a lot, and we've done good job for West African population.
Honorable Yakubu, 5 days have gone by.